Hey, Kitchen Underground, how y'all doing today? This JS. LJ is in the back doing what he always does, that underground, putting up videos, editing, all that stuff. Finally got out the house today. Beautiful, beautiful day here in Miami. For the past 3 days it's been raining, so we've been doing a lot of eating and getting fat. I made 1 or 2 videos, but I've been doing a lot of eating and just hanging out. But it was beautiful. Had that sun today, bro. Went outside, got some good exercise. Got everything, got the blood flowing, the sweat pouring, get them toxins out, you know what I mean? So get that out the way tonight. We got something different for you. I got some tilapia. I'm sure all of y'all familiar with tilapia. It's a mainstream fish right now, no pun intended. But I'm not a big fan of it because it's a freshwater fish. So I always gotta kind of like do what I can with things that I don't like. So it's not that bad of a fish. It's very neutral in flavors, but me, I can taste kind of. I don't think that I'm more of a saltwater fish, deep saltwater. I'm been a fisherman for years, so I kind of dig that kind of fish a lot more than these fresh fish. Catfish I might go for a little bit, but I'm most likely ocean fish. That's the best thing for me. But either way, we're gonna take that tilapia tonight, and since we gotta do something, I'm gonna do something that everybody enjoys. We're gonna do something Parmesan. So we're gonna do a tilapia Parmesan, and that's gonna go over some buttered baby pasta shells. That's gonna have some chives and some Parmesan up in there too. So first things doing, we're gonna get this pasta sauce going, this spaghetti tomato sauce, whatever you wanna call it. 2 ways of doing it. You can do it like the slow quick method, which usually takes like 30 minutes, make a quick sauce. Me, I'm doing it the chill method because I like to make my sauces and just let them sit on the back burner for like a couple hours, let everything break down and come together and do what it's supposed to do, as we always say. So either way, we're gonna get started on that tomato sauce right now, and then we'll get into frying up and doing all the other stuff in a minute. So let's get ready, let's go. All right, here our mise en place go. It's gonna be real simple for our tomato sauce. I got 1/3 of a large yellow onion. I got a nice large shallot. We're gonna just rough chop all of this because we're gonna eventually puree it a little bit, break it down with our hand blender. I know that shit didn't look too good. I know, my bad. And then we're gonna chop up the tomatoes. We'll get those in. I also got some canned tomatoes and tomato paste we're gonna use also. And I know you're asking, what are we gonna do with all this garlic? We're only using a little bit for our pastas, marinara sauce. The rest, we're gonna make some roasted garlic oil. We've done that before in our other videos. We're just gonna take the opportunity to make some more now. So let's go ahead and get this all rough chopped real quick. Alright, I'm only going to use about 4 garlic cloves for our marinara sauce. As you can see, this is one of my reasons that I hate working with fresh garlic. All these peels suck, bro. That's one thing I can't stand. You can't buy your garlic already peeled. I just went and bought the fresh stuff because I like the fresh stuff and I wanted to use it. But you can already buy them peeled. Alright, now we got our other garlic. These are the ones we don't have to do anything but to peel these and just smash them a little bit. just to release the oils. And these are what's gonna make our roasted garlic oil. We're gonna save our garlic for seasoning, but we're gonna use our oil for a whole bunch of different applications. But right now we're just making it because we have plenty of time. We got plenty of garlic, so we're just getting killing two birds with one stone. All right, you can see we got our pot nice and smoking. I got it on medium heat. We got about a tablespoon and a half of olive oil in there, just to get them going. We're not gonna put our tomatoes in yet till we get our onions, shallots, and garlic a little brown. So let's get them browned up. It's not gonna hurt if you get a little tomatoes in there. But while those brown, let me show you real quick. All right, we got our oil right here. This is I got on a very low simmer, and then we got our this is just a decent olive oil. I got about 10 or 11 cloves of garlic here, just smashed, peeled, and we're just gonna get those right in. You notice how right off the bat there's no sizzle, there's no bubble, there's no nothing. We basically want this to be like tea. We're just gonna let this simmer for about an hour. We can get all that garlic flavor out. Then we'll let it cool down and we'll strain it. We'll get this garlic nice and roasted and brown, and all that flavor will get right in the oil. We're gonna use that, like I said, in a bunch of different applications. We're gonna let these, they're sweat right now, but they're gonna brown off. In about another 3 to 4 minutes, they'll be nice and brown. And then we'll go ahead and get our tomatoes, white wine, and our seasonings in. All right, as you can see, our veggies are starting to get nice and brown. We don't want them to get too brown because I'm not looking to make this a really rich, excuse me, sorry about that. Not trying to make this a really rich sauce. But at this point right now, this is where we would add our tomatoes. Oh, you know what? Let's add our white wine first. This is about a cup of white wine. Let's do a cup and a half. All right, well, we'll let that reduce shortly, and then we'll get our tomatoes and our spices in. All right, you can see our wine is reduced by about 2/3. You see our roasted garlic is sitting there just doing what it's doing. It's nice, merrily way, nice and peaceful. Excuse me, at this point, this is where we're gonna put our tomatoes in. And whatever loose bits of any other veggies we got left. We're gonna get those stirred up. Turn down the heat. A little bit less than half. We're gonna get our stewed tomatoes in. This is a 28-ounce can. And we're gonna get it right now. Just to start out, we'll get about one tablespoon of tomato paste. We might come back and hit it with a little bit more later. We just want to get our basic sauce going and settling. And then we'll come back again and check on our flavors. All right, to that, all we're gonna add, simple to that, we're just gonna be adding 1 tablespoon, maybe 1.25 tablespoons black pepper. We're gonna do about 1/3 of a tablespoon of salt. We're gonna do about a teaspoon of dried oregano. And we're probably gonna do about just to start out, a tablespoon of sugar. And finally, to all that, which you don't really have to worry about, we're just gonna tear it up, but we got some fresh basil. We're gonna do about a cup, not 3/4 of a cup ripped. And it doesn't matter because like I said, we're gonna pulse this a few times with our hand blender. I like my sauce a little bit chunky, but I don't want it to be too chunky and offensive. So that's why I say we're not really gonna worry about breaking this down, because we will hit it with the blitzer for a couple seconds. It's about a quarter cup right there. And I'm gonna save a few of these to fry off for garnish. I'll do that when we do our tilapia. All in all, that was about 3/4 of I'm just putting a couple more leaves, but about 3/4 cup of ripped basil. And then we're gonna bring this to a boil. Mix it up, let it simmer, put it on the back burner. Probably in about 2 hours. Him and the roasted garlic oil, they all should be good. So we're gonna get this mixed up. We're gonna get our back burner going right here, which we'll put on a nice medium to low level. And we're gonna turn this one up just to get it to a boil. Once we get it to a boil, we'll get it on the back burner and we'll let it just do what it does and marry and mingle and come together and make a badass sauce. You can see it's already been about an hour. Our sauce is breaking down nicely. This is where we're gonna blitz it and see where our flavors are at. Our oil, we got about another hour. You see it's going nice and slow. So let's go ahead and blitz this up real quick. Alright, so while I get this going, I'm gonna adjust the flavors, tell you where we're at, and then we're gonna go ahead and let this go for another hour. And in between that time, we're gonna go ahead and bread our tilapia and get those ready to get fried so we can put this all together and get ready to eat. Alrighty, so you can see our sauce is nice, and we call it, some people call it gravy, some people call it sauce. It don't matter what you call it, it's ready. These boys, they almost done. We're just gonna let them go for another probably 10-15 minutes. All right, here we go. We got our sauce ready, our garlic oil's ready. I got a regular dredging flour right here. We're just gonna season this one up. Then I got another finishing flour right here. But what we're gonna do is do about 1/3 flour, and then we're gonna do 2/3 panko, and just touch that with a little bit of Parmesan cheese. You'll see what I'm doing in 1 second. So let's get this all going. And like I said, we're just seasoning up our flour, so we're just gonna hit that with a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of pepper, touch of salt, and I have a description of the recipe down at the bottom, so anytime you want to check it out. Then we're just gonna go with just a tiny bit, maybe like an 1/8 to a 1/2 teaspoon of oregano. We're gonna do a dried basil right here. This is gonna be about the same as the oregano, about an 1/8 to a 1/2. And then we're just gonna touch that with a little bit of white pepper. I say about a 1/2 teaspoon. All right, and then right from there, we're gonna get to our eggs, which we got a little bit of milk here going. It's for our wash. Some pretty big pieces of tilapia right here, so I just had to cut it in half because it was just going to be too big for the pan. So I got a few of these. We're gonna bread these up and let them settle for a little bit. And we got a beautiful fillet right there ready to go. So I got about 6 more of these. I'm gonna get these knocked out, and then we're gonna go ahead and get our oil frying, get these in there, get our pasta going, get that touched up, and let's get ready to eat. Alrighty, y'all, as you can see, our roasted garlic olive oil is done. Our pasta water is ready to go, and our oil is nice and hot. Our tilapia is set, so we just about to get these boys cooking. And I got a whole lot more. I got these 4, and I got another plate of 4 more. Some of them I'm gonna par cook, and then I'm gonna freeze. We'll see. I'll show you that later on. But let's get these boys going right here. These are what we're gonna use right here. And we're just gonna let them relax, settle down in the oil, and do what they do. Me, I always like to pre-bread my stuff and give it about 10 to 15 minutes, no matter what protein it is, just because I like the bread to like adhere to the meat itself. If you just quick bread it up and throw it in the pan, half of your stuff comes off. So you'll see what I mean when this is all done cooking. So let's get these boys going, and as soon as the pasta water ready to go, we'll get our pasta going, and then we'll get this set up and ready to eat, baby. All right, we got our fish going. While that's working, we're just gonna add our little ingredients that's gonna go into our pasta. Once it's quick, done quick, we got about another 10 minutes on that, but I got some chives, and I got some tomatoes. All we're gonna do is clean this up, chop this up really small, because this is just gonna go in with our pasta right at the end as we finish it up. Alright, so you can see our pasta right here. We just took it out the water. It's still hot. I put about 2 tablespoons of butter, and then I put in a 1/4 cup of shredded Parmesan cheese. To this we're going to throw in about 3 tablespoons pasta water. Alright, to that we're going to add about 1/8 of a teaspoon of white pepper. And we're going to add our tomatoes and our chives. And then we just gonna get the mixing. This isn't something that you ain't seen me do before, so while I get some more fish cooking, let's go ahead. I'm gonna get this tossed up and get more fish, and then we're gonna get the plating up and eat. All right, as you can see, we finishing up right now. We're just gonna take our fish, plate it down. We're gonna hit it with a little bit of our tomato sauce. Just a touch, and I'm gonna hit my oven up on broil because we're gonna get this going. Right here is a mixture of half and half Parmesan cheese and mozzarella cheese, and we're gonna top it off at the end with some grated parm too. And we're gonna get our next piece. Hit that with a little sauce. And then we just gonna douse that with cheese. We ain't wasting cheese here, man. All this is going on, and we're gonna put even more. We're gonna finish that off with a little bit of grated parm. Now we're just gonna get this in the oven to broil, and we plating up and we're eating, baby. All right, so you can see as our parm is nice and crusty.
We got these leftover tilapia. We're just gonna freeze these, and all you're gonna have to do is throw them in your oven and warm them up anytime that you want a quick snack or something like that. So we're gonna get this plated up and let's get to munching. Okay, as you can see, this is our final product. This we're about to get down to, and we're about to get busy in. All right, guys, here we go to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. We got our tilapia parmigiana over some baby shell pasta. Recipes down below. Check it out. All the adjustments, everything was made to it. So if you follow it, you're gonna put it out just like this. Like I said, I'm not a great fan of tilapia. Things that I'm not a great fan of, I gotta try to figure out some way that's gonna make me eat it. So I got this one right here. Let's see how this works out. I got all the extra fish in, and just to let you know, I got a late night munchie video coming tomorrow, besides one other video that I got that I'm working on for you guys right now as we speak. So either way, besides all of that, let's get into this, because I want to see how this is, and I hope you want to know how this is. That cheese, that crust, them pasta shells, man. Oh man, this is a good mix right here. This ain't what you're normally accustomed to, I guarantee you that. I mean, there's a nice, that crust we put on the fish, that's a nice crust. With all this cheese and these shells also. I just know that this is fish. It don't even matter that it's tilapia. That's what I'm trying to say about food. Don't matter what it is that you're working with. You can take something, take nothing, and create something that is very, I ain't saying magical, it's chicken, it's fish Parmesan. It ain't nothing magical about this, but the fact that Parmesan on the fish, and this dish right here, there's something going on here, bro. I can't put my finger on it, but look at it. That's all this cheese. There's all this cheese, a little bit of noodles, some fish. All right, hold up. Bro, that was the Parmesan and shrimp parm. I mean, fish parm, whatever, man. Parmesan. That was Parmesan and Parmesan. However you want to put it. Fish, shrimp, chicken, veal, steak. Man, you can make Parmesan in almost anything. We just chose to do it with tilapia today. And I'm really excited with the outcome. So I'm gonna keep on digging away at this. I hope there was something that you could dig from this. Apply it to the way you cook or the way you like to eat. Try the recipe, play with it, throw different things into it. Give me ideas, give me comments, give me hate, give me love, give me whatever you got, bro. I ain't begging, I'm just saying. If you want to test somebody, I'm that one, because I don't care if I like to eat it or not. I'll find a way to make it taste good. So either way, I hope you like and subscribe, because it's my pleasure to cook for you guys, man. It is. I feel like I'm cooking for my family when I cook for people like whoever you are all over the internet. it doesn't matter. I feel like I'm cooking for my family, so no matter what, I hope you guys enjoy this. And I hope you get up off your ass, get in the kitchen and go do something. Sun's out now, so let's go outside and do something, baby. Either way, before I do anything, I'm about to finish this right here. You have a great night. Thanks for your attention, and I hope you get all the attention that you're seeking in this world. You don't need too much, bro. A little bit of love goes a long way. You have a great night, man. Love you guys.